Issue here borrows many of the concepts from my YouTubes on the will to power and the overment. But the question is, why are values important? Why does Nietzsche believe values are important? And the idea is that basically each individual carries a worldview in their head. And the worldview is basically, has two major points to it. One is how we believe the world is, which is scientific, and the other is how we believe the world ought to be. And it's the one that how do we believe the world ought to be that really drives our core values, or where we find our core values. And in the past, it's been we've used the concept of God with all the commandments to kind of tell us what our core values should be. Then we came along with Descartes and Socrates and rationality, but none of those really started by looking at what are all man's behaviors, because what both the religious view and the rationality view, what they tended to do is they tended to try and erase, if you will, a lot of the areas of man's true behavior and just create an ought that is way too shallow as far as Nietzsche is concerned. And so basically, when you have that and you tie the values inside of that, the values such as faith, hope, love, grace, joy, justice, peace, and service, Nietzsche's saying that he believes that they are the wrong values, or at least they have to totally be reevaluated as to whether they are good values or not, because they are not the values that will help drive the creative life, which he thinks you find more outside of those parameters. And so for Nietzsche, what he's saying is that what we really have to do is balance who we are, and our personality really consists as a species consists of Apollonian and Dionysian characteristics and attributes. And so we should be basically using those characteristics and attributes to drive what we believe our value system should be. So Nietzsche's suggestion is that we should build a value system that his would be honesty, moral courage, generosity, politeness, intellectual integrity, and reevaluation. And so that's where he believes that we should go. And the reason that's really important is, in essence, all of our culture and all of our artifacts are all built based upon policy. And policies stand right on the shoulders of whatever our value systems are. Think of policy as Jefferson's policies based upon Locke's values. And so Nietzsche's asking us, do we want to really build our culture and artifacts on values such as honesty, moral courage, and generosity, or on the other values that he feels are more ethereal and make it much more difficult for us to really say that, really come up, we spend more time arguing as to what they mean rather than delivering a system that will be a success with them.